Welcome back to my channel, everybody. If you have been here before, welcome. If you have not, also welcome. So I've been thinking how I can add a little bit more value to this YouTube channel. So I found a whiteboard and some pens, and today I am going to attempt to describe SEO. There are a lot of bloggers or people who would like to be a blogger or start their own online business who are spouting off things about SEO that either aren't true or they're literally asking loads of questions like, what the hell is this thing and how do we use it? So I thought if I get a nice whiteboard, and I will attempt to explain what SEO is. I would just like to do a little disclaimer. I am not a professional SEO person. However, I am an intermediate SEO person. So I have worked in SEO agencies. I have worked on my own blog SEO for about 5 years. So I know roughly what we need to do in order to improve SEO. So that is what I'm going to go through. It's basically the very basics of just what is it and why do we need it. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna use this pen. So, what is SEO? So I am gonna answer this question as if it was the most basic question in existence, because I know that a lot of bloggers are too scared to ask about what actually is SEO because everyone just makes out as though they already know what it is. Here's the thing. Nobody really knows for 100% how to do SEO because Google keeps all of its algorithms and all of its data firmly locked away. So don't believe anybody that says that they know everything there is to know about SEO, because ain't nobody but Google knows how to do that. So first of all, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Can you read my writing? Because it's not great. So search engine optimization basically means optimizing for search engines. So that could be Google, it could be Bing, it could be, is Yahoo still a thing? I don't know. Ask Jeeves, Lycos, what other ones were there back in the day? AOL. So when you are optimizing for search engines, it basically means that you are making your website nice and attractive for any search engine that is looking for it. So as users, we use search engines to find the stuff that we need answers for. So things like, how do you cook a poached egg, which people just still don't know how to do. And then what a search engine does is it brings up all of the websites that could answer your question. So as website owners, what we need to do is make sure that that search engine knows exactly what our website is about, what questions our website answers, and what information our website gives. That is search engine optimization. It gets a little more complicated after this. So there's a couple of different ways that you can use SEO. So I'm going to quickly go over them. There are 3 main ways. So you have something called off-page here. You also have on-page here. And usually you will find that you just stick with those 2, but I like to add an extra category just to make things a little bit more easier to understand, and that is tech SEO. So tech SEO is the technical side of SEO. So that's things like coding, doing other googly things with it, like meta titles and site speeds and all of that techie kind of side of things. That is what I like to categorize as tech SEO. So as a blogger, you will need to know how to do each of these 3 things, but not necessarily this one in detail. So don't panic too much, because I will give you some cheat ways of how you can do this. So off-page SEO is basically things that relate to the SEO of your website, but they're not implemented on your actual website. So you're not adding keywords to your website, you're not changing the site speed of your website. This is all about what happens away from your site. So this relates to things like creating backlinks. Whatever. So that means getting links back to your website. So if you have a blog and you have like a blog post that you really like and you want that to appear higher up in search engines, what you would then do is send it out to publications or other bloggers and things like that and get them to link back to that blog post, either using the branded anchor text, so that's whatever text is a link in their article, either using that as your blog title, or you can go the keyword route and say if you wanted that blog post to appear higher up for, I'm going to use poached eggs again because I really want poached eggs, how to make poached eggs. So that would be what people clicked on in that off-site article. So on somebody else's website, they would click through on how to make poached eggs and they would go to your blog post. And then what Google will do is they will see that backlink and say, oh, this website, which we already know is like really cool and offers really good stuff, this website is pointing to this other website. So we should go and check that out because clearly it's gonna be pretty cool if this already awesome website points to it. Does that make sense? I hope so, because I'm going to carry on anyway. So the off-page SEO, I'm obviously talking from a blog point of view. I'm not talking about if you have like a massive e-commerce business, because that stuff is complicated. This is literally just from a blogger's point of view, because I'm here to help bloggers. So creating backlinks to your blog. So that could be through guest posting, it could be through literally commenting on a particular subject and asking them to include the quote in their article, replying to journal requests and getting them to link back to you, replying to PR requests on Twitter and getting them to link back to you, building links to your website. That is off-page SEO for bloggers. On-page SEO for bloggers will be things like adding keywords to your content. So that can be on any landing pages you have, if you have a contact me page, if you have an about page, if you offer services on your blog, then you would use keywords in that. In all of your blog posts, each blog post should target 1 to 2 keywords. So when we're talking about on-page SEO and keywords, we want to be including the keywords in the actual blog post. We want to include them in the title, in the URL, in the meta description, where else, in any images that you use in that blog post. It should all include the keywords that you want your blog post to appear in search engines for. So that is the on-page, generally, SEO stuff. So talking about tech SEO, so this is the technical side. This is all the coding that goes in your site speed, all of that complicated jazz that only developers and techie people know. So that is the tech SEO side. If we're going to break it down to a really simplified how to do this as a blogger, if you're not like a web developer and you're not like crazy technical. So things for tech SEO would be like improving your site speed. So Google wants their users to get onto the website that they clicked on as fast as possible, because Google wants you to find answers quickly. So your site speed is very important for your SEO. So for example, if you've got like 100 images on your website and every single image is like 5 megabytes, that is a massive amount of memory that is being taken up, that every time someone goes on your website, that needs to be downloaded. So that's going to slow your website down. So the way to solve it from an image point of view is to either, if you're on WordPress, download an image compressor plugin. So what that will do is that will make the file size smaller for you, so you don't have to manually do it. Or the way that I like to do it is use a site called TinyPNG, and I'll link it down below. And I like to compress all of my images manually first, and then I will upload them to my website, because I do not trust the plugins. So I will do it that way, and that ensures that my image sizes are like probably no more than 20 KB, which is kilobytes, which is fairly small. I mean, I have quite high quality images, so that's not too bad. Another thing that bloggers should be aware of, especially if you use WordPress or self-hosted WordPress, is the amount of plugins that you use. The more plugins that you have on your website, obviously they are other things that have to be downloaded when someone goes on your site. So make sure you don't have too many plugins activated if you are using WordPress. So to ensure that your website has good SEO, you need to have these 3 sections balanced out perfectly. Because if you just focus on shoving a load of keywords into your website, that's great, kind of, unless you've spammed the crap out your blog post, in which case that will actually have a negative effect. So don't put too many keywords in your blog post. But if you just focus on this and don't focus on any of these other things, then you will notice some changes, but they will be very, very slow, very slow. So in general, all of this to make you move up search engines will take approximately, at minimum, 3 months to do. Now that's an approximation. We can't actually say how long it will take to boost SEO. But in my experience, about 3 months will start to show you some changes depending on what you've kind of done. The reason that a lot of bloggers will focus on SEO is because the blogging market community is very oversaturated. So what we have to do is we have to choose a niche, which is very important, and you always need a niche. Choose a niche, find out what your keywords are in that niche, and then what you need to do is try and work on these 3 things and start appearing at the top of search engine results for your niche. So that's what we need to do, and that's why SEO has become so important. So now these people who have really high-tech websites that have loads of traffic to their websites, these guys are cottoning on to the fact that people are searching for particular questions and these bloggers are answering these questions. So what they're doing is they are putting all of their time and money into SEO and content marketing, and they are answering those questions before anyone gets to see blogs, which is why keyword research is so important. If you can find a keyword that relates to your content that is in your niche, but businesses are not targeting with their content marketing and are not putting loads of money into SEO for that particular keyword, and there's a little bit of room to squeeze yourself into those search results, then that is the keyword that you need to be focusing on, and then working on these other 2 as well. And then what that will do is, say you have, I'm going to do it in the middle here because it's more stable. So this is your search engine page. Ta-da! Google, here's your bar thing. And then what you have is you have a couple of ads down here, blah, blah, blah. Then you also have like some ads up here. So people have paid for this. This is the PPC section. So people are bidding on this area of the web page. And then what you have here is all of your organic search results. So we want our blogs to appear in here. Ta-da! So on the first page of Google, you will have 10 organic results. Okay? 10. So if you can rank in the top 10 for your keyword, then you will appear on the first page of Google. Now, websites that appear on the first page of Google tend to get a hell of a lot of traffic, especially if there's a really niche keyword that has like a lot of people searching for it every month. Then those people that are searching for that keyword will be like, bah, here are 10 awesome results that I need to click on. And they will probably click on a fair few of these, and one of them could be yours. So what we want to do by doing all of this jazz is we want our little blog, which could be on like page 72 or something of Google, we want it to move all the way up to here so that we're like there, and it's like boom, we have the answer for you. So that is why we do SEO, because we want to appear on this first page of Google so that people will click through and loads of people will see our super awesome content. That's why bloggers do SEO. Now, if you're looking to become a blogger full-time, actually earn some money from it, this whole process will be very important. Brands and businesses know full well how important it is to be on this first page. So if a brand is looking for an influencer to work with, they want to have mate, please, how do we turn you off? So brands and businesses know exactly how important it is to be on this first page, because they know how much more traffic websites on this first page actually get compared to like page 2. It's huge. I can't remember the data right now because my brain can only hold so much, but I will put it in the description below because I'm sure it's like 75% more traffic or something goes to websites that are on the first page. So it's very, very important. So the thing is, if your blog appears on the first page of search results and a brand is like, we're searching for influencers in this particular niche because we want to give them loads of money and do a campaign with them, and you're like sitting here, then as soon as they type in bloggers that travel, boom, you're here and you're going to be one of the first ones that they click on. So it gets you in front of the right people, it gets you more traffic. The more traffic you get, the higher your DA will be, and as we all know as bloggers trying to make a bit of dosh, DA is very important to brands and businesses and agencies and things like that, because it proves that our website is good, apparently, even though it's technically a made-up term by mods, but we won't go into that. But the thing is, as bloggers, we rely on traffic. The more traffic we have to our blog, the more valuable it'll be. And the only way that we can get more traffic is by doing all of this and making sure that we are appearing high up in search results when someone searches for a particular question. This is why I always recommend, if you are doing a blog post, that you have a look at what pain points or what questions people are asking in your niche. So say if you were a travel blogger, then have a look at what issues people are searching for through search engines that you could potentially answer. Because if you can get at least 5 blog posts that answer a really highly searched for question and you can get onto the first page, that's going to massively improve your traffic. Improve it. So that is a very general overview of SEO, and I apologise for the terribleness that is my handwriting and illustrations. But if you are a blogger, these are the 3 things that I would honestly start focusing on. Obviously, if you have a huge business, you have a huge website, this isn't going to be enough and you're going to kind of need a little bit more because you'll probably have more competitors. But as a blogger, and for these skills that we have, if you don't want to hire an SEO person, if you can at least learn about these 3 sections of SEO and work them all out so they all balance with each other and you're all working on them at the same time, then I promise you it will help to improve your SEO. So that is in a nutshell what SEO is and why as bloggers we need it. So thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful. I don't know whether the whiteboard was more helpful, but I enjoyed it. But if you did enjoy, if you found it helpful, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in future videos for more whiteboard fun. Bye guys.